Hello and welcome to another episode of LiveCycle Tutorials, Forum Edition. In this episode, we will discuss a forum entry where a user has created a dynamic table that they wish to calculate a subtotal from based on whether a box is checked. Now, I've gone ahead and created a subtotal numeric field, a table that we're going to calculate from, a checkbox to determine if a amount will be added to the subtotal, an amount field for obviously the amount, and a total, which I guess we really didn't need for this example, but I wanted to put it in anyway because it's what the user already had when he posted to the forum. So first, let me go ahead and make this row repeatable, and we're actually going to have it repeat 4 times to start us out. Not because we need it to. We could obviously add a button to add and remove rows, but this is going to save us some time because that's not really what this is about. And also, of course, I've used numeric fields here, but decimal fields would work as well if that's what we were doing, and text fields would work if we really felt like adding some extra code, but we don't need them, so we're going to ignore it. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to modify the change event for the checkboxes, and we want to modify it for all of them. So since this is a repeating row, an event that I put in row 1, CB add, this checkbox that we're using, will occur for all of them anywhere on the table. So let's get the right event here. What we want to do is first I want to collect all the rows together to make it easier for me to loop through them. So var rows, resolve nodes. So this is going to collect all of the nodes that have the name I'm about to provide. TBL amounts, which is the name of our table, dot row 1, and the star let it know we want all of the row 1s. And I could put CB add here at the end to indicate that I'm only going to be dealing with a checkbox, but I need to deal with a checkbox and the amount before we're done. So we're going to stop our string there. We're going to set a subtotal to be 0, which we could name it S or something, doesn't matter. This makes it more readable for the next person who comes along. And let's open our for loop here. Length. Pretty simple for loop. We've seen this before in a previous video. If you've used resolve nodes, you're probably pretty familiar with it anyway. Now, as we go through our table, we want to check to see if this checkbox has been checked. So let's say if rows.item, and we want, of course, item I dot cbadd dot raw value, and the raw value, as you can see over on the right, is either on or off, on being 1. We could technically leave this alone. Subtotal equals subtotal plus, and here's where we need the amount, dot inf amount dot raw value, because we want whatever values inside of our numeric field. Then once we're done, once we've gone through that loop and added the subtotals we need to, we can come back and say nf subtotal dot raw value equals subtotal. And we can come down here to our total. If we, just for fun, we can calculate the full total so we can see that we have a difference in between the two. We'll do it in a similar fashion. except this time, row 1, we only need the amount, so we can actually go ahead and put the amounts here. Save us a little bit of typing later. Equals 0. Equals 0. Let's say rows plus. Total equals total plus rows dot item dot raw value. This dot raw value equals total. So this will calculate our total as we go down the list to help us separate our total from our subtotal. We know for sure that it's working. Let's preview our form here. Okay, so we have 4 items here. Before we go any further, let's go back and make sure, did we say 4 on this? We did. Okay. Now, let's add some amounts. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which gives us 10. Good. Now we'll check some boxes here. We can see that our total, our subtotal, is going up as we check and going down as we uncheck, and we can look to make sure it matches. So that is another episode down and many to come. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Comment if you have any questions about anything you've seen in the video, or if there's anything you just did not like, or if you feel like you need to tell everyone how fantastic this was. If you do want to be up to date on new videos when they're released, be sure to subscribe to the channel.